let's just get right to it. Your website, right now, is on the verge of becoming invisible. And no, that's not me being dramatic. The way we all find information online has completely changed, and it's all because of AI. Today, we're going to break down the single most important strategy you need to make sure you are not left behind: AI-ready schema markup. For years, we've all been playing the same game, right? We optimize for search engines, for those 10 blue links on a Google page. But that whole playbook, it's basically been thrown out the window. AI overviews, ChatGPT, Perplexity, these things aren't just searching anymore. They're synthesizing answers on the spot. And if you're not ready for that, you're not just losing a spot in the rankings, you're risking becoming completely invisible.
I want you to just let this number sink in for a minute. One estimate suggests that a staggering 93% of user questions are now answered by AI, without a single click-through to a website. Think about that for a second. More than 9 out of 10 times, someone gets their answer and just moves on. They never even see your site.
So this really gets us to the heart of the problem we're talking about today. If people aren't clicking, how do you stay relevant? How do you make sure your brand, your product, your expertise is even part of the conversation? In this new AI-driven world, is your content slowly but surely becoming invisible?
So how in the world do you fight back against this invisibility cloak? How do you speak directly to the AI that is now the gatekeeper to all this information? Well, lucky for us, there's a language designed for exactly that, and it's called Schema Markup.
So what is this stuff, really? Put simply, schema markup is basically a shared vocabulary. In fact, it was created by the search engines themselves. And what it does is it translates the stuff on your page that you and I can read into a language that machines can understand perfectly. It adds structure, it adds context, it makes everything crystal clear for them. This is my favorite way to think about it. Imagine schema is just a cheat sheet that you're handing to the AI. Instead of making the AI read through paragraphs and guess what your page is about, you're just handing it a perfectly organized summary. All the key facts, who's involved, how they're related, you're removing all the guesswork. And this right here, this shows you the difference perfectly. On the left, an AI sees a sentence like, "The new Echo speaker is on sale for $99. It has to figure out, what's an Echo speaker? What does $99 refer to? But on the right, with schema, it's all laid out. The AI instantly knows this is a product, its name is Echo Speaker, and its price is $99. Zero ambiguity. It's clean, it's perfect.
Okay, so this is where a lot of the confusion and, frankly, a lot of the debate comes in. There's a big argument raging right now about whether AI systems actually use schema. We are going to clear that up right now.
So what's the deal? Does AI actually use schema? Well, the answer is complicated. And that's because the evidence seems to point in two totally different directions. You hear experts insisting it's absolutely critical, but then you see these real-time tests where it looks like the AI is ignoring it completely. So what's the real story?
Let's start with Exhibit A, the hard evidence. Fabrice Cannell, who's a principal product manager over at Microsoft, has said it, plain as day. Schema markup helps Microsoft's LLMs understand content. I mean, that's a direct confirmation from one of the biggest players in the game. Bing's Copilot is using structured data, period. But, and this is a big but, here's the other side of the coin. People have been running tests where they ask a chatbot to go fetch a web page and summarize it right there on the spot. And what they're finding is that in that moment, the AI often seems to just ignore the schema code. It just reads the visible text on the page like you or I would. So what gives?
This slide is the key to the whole puzzle. You have to understand that AI doesn't just read the web in one go. It's a pipeline, a 4-stage process. And your schema markup is absolutely critical in phase 1 and 2. That's the training and indexing. That's where these systems build their massive internal brains about how the world works. Now, those real-time tests we just talked about, they're only looking at phase 4. By that point, the AI isn't learning anything new. It's just retrieving information. The real learning, the part that was informed by your schema, that already happened, maybe weeks ago.
All right, so now that we get the why, let's dive into the actionable how. This is your playbook. This is how you use schema to start winning in this new world of AI visibility.
Look, there are something like 800 different schema types out there. You do not need to implement all of them. Just start with these 4 heavy hitters. FAQ page is an absolute workhorse. You can use it on pretty much any page that answers common questions. Article and author schema build trust and credibility. They connect your content to real people, to real experts. And organization schema, that's just non-negotiable. It tells the AI exactly who you are as a brand.
Now, let's go one level deeper. It's not just about the types of schema you use, but the little details, the properties inside them. Properties like same as are incredibly powerful. This little tag lets you tell an AI, hey, you see the author of this article? That's the exact same person as this expert over on LinkedIn. Or our company is the same entity as this one on Wikipedia. You're literally connecting the dots for the AI between your content and other trusted sources.
So let's kind of zoom out for a second as we wrap this up. I want to reframe this entire conversation, because this isn't just another SEO task that you check off a list. This really represents a fundamental shift in your entire strategy.
When you do schema the right way, you're not just optimizing a page. You are building a knowledge graph, a structured, machine-readable database of your own company's information. And that's not just for Google. It's a reusable asset. It can power your own internal chatbots, it can enhance the user experience on your site, and it can feed all sorts of future AI applications. You are literally future-proofing your own data.
And the payoff for doing this? It's huge. A benchmark study found that the accuracy of large language models can jump by as much as 300% when they are grounded in these kinds of knowledge graphs. That is the difference between an AI completely hallucinating about your product and citing it with absolute confidence.
So let's bring it all home. Schema markup has grown up. It's not just a tactic anymore for getting fancy search results, it's about data architecture. It's about you taking control of how artificial intelligence understands and represents your brand to the world. So the question you should really leave here with is this: are you just optimizing pages? Or are you going to start building your company's knowledge graph for the AI-powered future?